question which those who have watched the evidence of this trial unfold will be asking is why anyone would, or could, behave in such a way towards a young and vulnerable child who should be cherished and protected rather than abused and neglected. The answer to that question is clear to me. Star was caught in the crossfire of your relationship. The detail of that relationship is graphically illustrated in the many hundreds of social media messages that you sent to each other and to those who know you. Those messages concern petty squabbles and jealous fights. Often fueled by alcohol, those fights quickly escalated into an exchange of violent threats and ultimatums which were obviously meaningless to you both and quickly forgotten by you. Star was, however, the victim of these pointless and self-absorbed rows. You, Savannah Brockhill, took your anger out on Star by punching and slapping her. Frankie, you were cruel towards Star, punishing her pointlessly for perceived bad behaviour. She then sentenced them for allowing her daughter to be abused and eventually murdered. 20-year-old Frankie Smith was sentenced to 8 years in prison, but the next year the Court of Appeal increased this to 12 years, which I think is still a pathetic sentence. For the murder of Star Hobson, 28-year-old Savannah Brockhill was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum tariff of 25 years. Smith was directed to serve 2/3 of her sentence before release, so she'll be out after serving 8 years, and taking off time she spent on remand, she'll likely be released in around 2028. I mean, this is appalling. Smith will be around 27 years old when she's released, with her whole life ahead of her, while she stood by and watched her daughter's future being snatched away from her. For Brockhill, she'll be eligible for parole in around 2045, when she'll be 52 years old. There have been no reports about Frankie Smith's time in custody. It will have been tough, and I suspect she's probably had beatings over the years. With Savannah Brockhill, she poked her head back up the month after the sentence when she gave an interview from prison to the Daily Mail in January 2022. Her rambling showed just how deranged, evil and remorseless she is. During this interview, Brockhill tried to rewrite history in the most sickening way, stating, quote, "I loved Star, the more so because she was born on my mother's birthday, the 21st of May. She had the bluest eyes you've ever seen, and she just wanted to play. I learned her round and round the garden, and she'd put her hands out and just want to do it. She'd fall asleep holding my fingers. She was always clinging to me." According to this monster, it was Frankie Smith who had taken the lead in abusing Star and had been the one who actually murdered her. Brockhill had only kept quiet in court to protect her former partner, but now she was going to appeal so that the truth came out, so that she could counter all the lies she claimed were presented in court. She also denied reports that she'd been attacked in prison. Thankfully, it seems that Brockhill's threats to appeal have come to nothing. I can see nothing about her trying to wriggle out of her just desserts. This would come to nothing anyway. She's a monster, that's clear, and she's exactly where she belongs. Potentially, she too has had a beating or two in prison, but I fear that, given the deranged, violent psychopath she is, she will likely be the one who's victimising others. I hope with all of my heart that she never gets released from prison. If she is ever released, I hope that her inevitable false name is exposed and her location published, so she never gets a moment of peace.